Last episode was all about world exploration, questing, getting our mounts at 40, and engineering. So today, the primary focus is dungeons, dungeons, and lots of dungeons. By the way, I've realized that I hate these 3-minute prologues, so let's cut to the chase and stop beating around the bush.
Let's go.
We activate the altar of the keepers and summon the stone men. When you kill each one, they blow up. So any seasoned WoW veteran will hide behind the pillars. Personally, I chose to face tank every explosion, take aggro on the last mob, get our whole party wiped, and report Staya for toxicity when he called me bad. Then we may have wiped again after someone riled up a mob of dark dwarves, after which, and you wouldn't believe this, we wiped yet again. The way I see things, no one's really to blame. We're all equally at fault here.
That's usually what the person who does it wrong says.
We activate the altar of Arcadeus, and I gotta be honest, this is probably the coolest boss thus far.
This guy's a
Alderman
badass.
is a sick dungeon, both thematically and in the sense
11
that you
damage.
need a sick sense of humor to design this fight. Arcadeus slowly summons these tiny useless stonemen one by one, and then suddenly, when you expected the least, 2 giant elite mobs zoom in and altercate our experience for the worse. After walking a moderate distance to be ganked right in front of the entrance to the dungeon by a stun-locking rogue, leading us to walk yet another moderate distance, it appears that the mobs have all respawned, and it is for this very reason that World of Warcraft is by bastards and for fuckers. Anyways, this is how you're supposed to complete the fight. You actually don't attack him, you just drag him all the way upstairs.
So he doesn't summon the boss.
It'll take ages for the elite mobs to reach you, and you can defeat Arcadeus in the meantime, as they say.
Makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? Oh, that's good.
They don't say that.
That's... The Adventure of Swockwickdus, Morons, and Maraudon.
You better believe it.
Is there anyone else that goes there? No.
This zone is cool as fuck. In fact, let me tell you about it. Basically, what happened is that in Feralis, I made the executive decision to say, man, fuck this shit. We're gonna do another dungeon. I teamed up with some players I met during the Robot Chicken Escort mission in Tanaris. Along with my now level 60 friend Larry, our party was fucking stacked. Nearly 5 minutes into Zoltan, I acquired the best in slot gloves for my level.
That's a really good one.
We rob some graves and fuck up some zombies. Then walk up this giant flight of stairs and execute the executioner. Free the caged folks, and now begins the kerfuffle. In this really dope segment that, unlike most of the game, doesn't
This is one of my favorite parts of the game. I love this shit.
We defeat hordes of enemies, and after a drawn-out, hard-fought battle, we emerge victorious.
Of course.
At which point, the people we saved betray us. Bastards. We make quick work of them.
I never understood that.
Ukor's sand scalp. Watch out for the snakes. Finally, we reach the end of Zul'Farrak, where Garzilla emerges from the water. And with absolute conviction, we smite him from this plane of existence.
The beast has been defeated.
Was admittedly a well-oiled machine. Individually,
you guys
we
are pretty
fingers,
good.
but together
they're
we
clearing through things, no problem.
To become a hand. There was not a single hiccup, and it was easily one of the cleanest dungeon runs thus far. All my party being mega overleveled probably helped, but I digress. Now,
well, they're actually appropriate level, it seems.
Traveling to the southernmost tip of Kalimdor, because by completing the Garzilla quest, I'm granted the carrot on a stick, which lets me move 3% faster whilst mounted. Vanilla WoW is monotonous and 15 years old, so I made the executive decision to diminish the game's lifespan. Then these trained World of Warcraft professionals taught me about a secret jump. There's one single pixel that'll allow you to get on the cage in Gadgetzan, leaving you just out of range of the Gadgetzan bruisers, meaning you're free to attack the horde players with no repercussions. That is until the spot is taken over by these fine gentlemen who showed me how it's really done. After dying to some pirates, I left Tanaris. Then I yet again made the mistake of exploring new lands in search of quests.
I'm gonna get banned.
I made my way from Duskwood through Deadwind Pass, landing me in the Swamp of Sorrows, a name I would come to find accurately describes the state of affairs around these parts. Although the WoW wiki said it was appropriate for my level, there's barely any quests here.
That means it's appropriate for your level.
Was a giant sunken temple, which happens to have a Horde player on it who rudely informed me that I shouldn't be in this godforsaken place. With all my armor now in the red and my Hearthstone on cooldown, I made the journey back to Duskwood.
That's the classic experience right here.
Where I repaired my armor and flew to Menethil Harbor, where I met up with Larry, who taught me how to use macros. I made one single macro to switch into Berserker stance and activate Berserker Rage. Then decided that I fundamentally had the optimal setup. By the way, check out this glory shot of me and my tiger. God.
Dude, I don't know how many fucking times, dude, I took screenshots of myself with, like, the sun shining and, like, how there's the rays that go around your character and you feel like you're fucking Jesus, dude. It's so good, man. It is so good.
I'm sick of this game. Anyways, I leveled my engineering to artisan level and crafted a handful of useful tools. You see, in WoW, your character has 2 trinket slots, and at the expense of a moderate amount of gold, engineers get access to devices that can circumstantially be incredibly useful. I made the Gnomish Shrink Ray, which makes my enemy tiny and weak. The Netomatic Projector, which captures my enemy in a net.
No, I think I should.
That'll allow me to access
Seems like a
unintended
good idea.
areas and get banned by Blizzard. These bothersome furries came up to me and bothered me. They kept asking all these questions and all this stuff. However, Larry made them disappear by layering me. Always a G. Larry and I started a fight pit outside Ironforge.
There it is.
But I had an ace up my sleeve. An ultimate move, if you will.
Wait, what server is he on?
Metaphors, which we are, I suppose you could say I had one in the chamber. I was going to lure my opponent outside of the ring and trap him with my net, letting me win the duel even if I'm way lower level and under geared. Sadly, the net backfired and I captured myself, leaving me at the mercy of an absolute whooping. I'd had enough of PvP and ran Alderman again with this role-playing dwarf who would type Drinky every time he sat down to drink. We nailed the whole dungeon without a single mistake, and Drinky was an absolute fucking god at this game.
Drinky.
He taught me how to use the rasp emote.
Drinky.
I then won the roll for the treasure chest, landing me a pair of completely trash bracers.
Wow!
I would go on to vending for close to no monetary gain.
Yeah.
To summarize about 10 hours of my life, even with PvP trinkets, free action potions, and a level advantage, I still don't beat mages 1v1 in world PvP. I also still don't know if I'm enough of a man to level to a point where I'd have fair grounds on which to review WoW Classic. And yes, I still ninja loot chests without rolling for them. It's worth it, I'm telling you. I make
always do that. This whole bullshit that people have about, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, fucking not, what do you call it? Not do this other shit. You always just loot the chest. And the way that I do chests is I loot it, and if it has something good on it, I link it, and I'm like, all right, let's roll on the item. Like, I know that's not what most people do, but that's the way I've played it for a long fucking time. Sub mode, yeah, we had some bots. Mods are dealing with the bots.
Off like a bandit. Then I made a tailor turn my Mageweave cloth into Mageweave bolt, at which point Rashmak approached me with a dubious offer with materials that I could purchase in the auction house for what I would describe as compromising monetary setback. He would enchant my fiery war axe with a fiery enchant, making it a fiery war axe.
A fiery war axe. That's great.
I fucking love this game, man. I know it's a bit of a circle jerk, but despite all its flaws, this game is genuinely rewarding. At times. But all these negligible pieces of information are compared to what I'm about to tell you. A few days later is the very moment in time where I would cross paths with my soon-to-be new WoW GF. I met Emiri in Stranglethorn Vale. She'd been mailing me for weeks and had finally managed to find me.
They're not even in a guild.
Considering the solo warrior leveling experience, she was a godsend. Together we completed nearly every single quest in Stranglethorn.
What the fuck is he doing?
After which we got E-smashed at 6 a.m.
It's such a dog shit game. Like, just watching new players play the game, it's really funny. Like, you just think about all the things in the game that are just complete fucking dog shit. Like, you just go to attack something, it's a miss. And then they hit you, it's a crit. And then you attack them again, it's a parry. And then you finally kill the mob after, like, running back from your corpse for 5 minutes. And you loot him, and he doesn't drop the item that you need. And you need 10. and you have 3. And then you finally finish the entire quest 2 hours later. And you go back to the town. And you're like, okay, I've gotten this done. And you're a hunter and they give you cloth bracers that have intellect on them. Or better yet, cloth bracers that have strength on them. It's... Oh, and you don't get hardly any experience either. And you know what you do? You keep playing. Because you're in it now. You're level 44. You're not going to quit now. You're so close. You're going to sit there and endure this until level 60. And you'll hate your life the entire time. And then you think that at level 60 it's going to get better. It won't. But you keep playing anyway because I've already invested 300 hours into this character. There's no way I'm going to quit now. I'm already got to 60. I've got to keep playing. I have to keep playing. I'm already 60. I can't stop. It's great. Like, WoW is probably the best example of the sunk cost fallacy at work.
What the fuck am I doing with my life?
Nobody knows.
In an excited delirium, I decided to ditch Elizabeth for being disloyal and low level. It's entirely
Fucking
unacceptable
bitch.
that she has a real life. And that she's not actively carrying me through the game. It was cute while it lasted, boys.
Later, bitch. 3 silver. Sad.
Emiri, on the other hand, now that's a bangin' WoW GF, let me tell you. Whenever
New
I don't log on
girlfriend.
for a week or two,
All right,
I get
dude.
worried letters in my mailbox. Whenever I do log in or go anywhere, she immediately appears next to me, ready to fight for my life or die trying. Always
the
bringing
fuck?
gifts in form of potions and elixirs, for she is an alchemist.
She's a guardian
Did I
angel.
mention she loves killing horde players?
Yeah, she's a
and
guardian
she
angel.
called Larry a boomer for not revealing his age. That's perfect. Prior to this, Larry was my only
Okay,
real
dude.
comrade in Azeroth. Now,
Oh,
there
wow.
are 2. Some would find it creepy that I'm logged in for less than 2 seconds before the DM lands. Jonathan, where have you been? Did you get my message? But I see this as the very level of dedication necessary to be a top shelf certified S+ 5-star WoW GF. Now, I could talk about the Halloween event.
Oh my god, dude. Imagine logging in, dude. There are people that do this shit to me, dude. Every day I log in and they message me. They're like, bro, dude, you're on early today, man. What up, dude? Hey. Hey, you know what I do? Never respond. Never fucking respond. Because the moment that you respond, they're like, oh, that's my boy, dude. I'm going to keep messaging you every fucking day. Like, it sounds like an asshole thing, but listen, I'm an antisocial motherfucker, man. Like, I'm not introverted. I just never like to see anyone, and I like to sit in my room all by myself in the dark listening to heavy metal playing World of Warcraft, okay? I'm not introverted. I just like being alone all the time. That's it. Like, there's never a better mood that I'm in than if my friends cancel plans. Like, yeah, man, we're not going to go out tonight. I'm like, really? Really? You're not going to go? Oh, man. Bro, dude, I was looking, dude, man, I wanted to go down to 6th Street and be next to the guy with the snake and the drunk people and the guy that probably has a gun. Wow, dude, that's too bad we're not going to go down. Oh, and then we don't get to go to the club that you get a hearing disorder from. You can't talk to anyone. Oh man, the drinks are only $8 there for a shot. Oh dude, I guess we're really gonna miss out today. Shit. Okay guys, I guess I'm just gonna have to stay in today. It's too bad.
How we got these horrendous dwarf masks. About how I ran Zul'Farrak again with a group of skeletons. But honestly, all those tales are benign compared to our journey to Maraudon.
That music. Ooh, that music. Ooh, it's fancy, 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 fancy. Okay. And now what? This is good. I love this song. This is the real WoW shit right here. Sometimes you
Now, experienced WoW players...
It's more
but to
than
be honest,
standing and hitting.
may look at that and think to themselves, Moonglade, Winterspring, and Feralas. What in God's name does any of those places have to do with Maraudon? Well, allow me to explain how I well and truly shit the bed and made a crucial mistake.
Okay.
Now I'll up and admit it. I fucking hated the mid-level 40 grind as a warrior.
Everybody
It basically boiled down to inefficiently questing in Tenaris and Stranglethorn Vale, or running Zul'Farrak and Alderman. No matter how you look at it, it's just cookie clicker with extra steps. So I was ecstatic to reach level 46, cause that meant I could run Maraudon. I wanted to make sure to pick up all the quests for the dungeon, so I looked them up on the WoW wiki. Many of them can be picked up in Desolace, but there was one that I had to travel quite far for. I flew to Menethil Harbor and sailed to Darkshore, from where I went down into Ashenvale, the southeast London of Azeroth. From there, I went onwards up into Felwood. You see, I had my eyes set on Moonglade, where I'd pick up the final Maraudon quest. I run past this quest marker with perfect focus, knowing full well that it's more efficient to stay on the task at hand than do every quest I see.
True.
When I reach the Furbolg stronghold, I'm humbled yet again. It turns
there
out
you
that
go.
by default, I'm at war with the Furbolgs. Considering I
Surprise.
can't even manage to fight any single one of them, clearly I'd have to find another way into Moonglade. Emiri joins up with me, and being the perfect WoW GF that she is, she informs me that to ally with the Furbolg, I'd need to grind reputation. Funny enough, wouldn't you believe it? That's absolutely the quest I ran past earlier.
That's
By the
a little
way,
bit low,
grinding
man.
rep in vanilla WoW is very rewarding.
Oh, they're only 40?
It basically
Okay, never
boils
mind.
down, it's very complex, but it basically boils down to killing the same enemy over and over and over again. So now we start doing the Furbolg's dirty work, and apparently the only way to become friends with these savages is to win a territorial land war with their enemies. Are we even the good guys at this point, or is this indeed what weak cowards would describe as morally abrupt? I'm sure the lore
little bit of
told us,
both.
but let's be real, I installed Questy a long time ago. Fuck reading every quest in this game.
Yeah, that
In
was
about
fun
an
for
hour's
5
time,
minutes.
We managed to go from hostile to unfriendly, granting us safe passage through the stronghold.
I'm surprised they're not getting
This was where my
ganked,
crucial
honestly.
misstep started dawning on me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
See, Questy showed absolutely no quest signs anywhere in Moonglade. After a quick double take on the WoW wiki, it turns out this is where the quest ends. It starts in Desolace. As a new player, finding this out was very disappointing.
I bet it was.
Every single other dungeon, bar none, has got their quests spread all over Azeroth. And for whatever reason, the only dungeon where I truly bothered to pick up every single quest and traveled, mind you, literally halfway across the world,
Probably
is the
took an
one
hour.
dungeon that conveniently has all the quests in the same place, right next
That's
to
great.
the dungeon.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh boy. Alright. Going here may have been foolish, but it was intelligent compared to my next move. You see, I boldly presumed that Moonglade doesn't have a flight path, seeing as the flight master I found was only for druids. Taking the Hearthstone
does
would
it?
also be
I don't even
inefficient as
know.
it's set in Ironforge,
I have no idea.
which is quite far from Desolace where we're headed. Emiri and I ride all the way back to the Furbolg stronghold and make our way through the end game zone.
It does? Yeah, I have no idea.
When we finally reach
never
the
fucking
flight
go there.
path, I get yet another taste of the delicious first-time WoW player experience.
Getting
you
killed.
See, I didn't have any connecting flight paths to Winterspring, and therefore I wasn't able to fly anywhere. As it turns out, I'm laughing, there is a flight path in Moonglade
What a
that's
great
actually
game.
required to fly
What
from
a great
Winterspring.
game.
It just happens to be in
Amazing.
a random location out in the woods that no
Truly
one would
amazing.
randomly run into. So I go all the way back to Moonglade and pick up said flight path, then fly to Desolace where I meet up with Emiri. And the best part was that at 5 AM, our odds of getting a party for Maraudon were close to null. So I humbly come to terms with the fact that I spent an entire night getting 2 flight paths and some reputation, then begrudgingly turn off my computer.
But
The
then
day after, though, I rose to the occasion and
see, that's the thing. Is he logs off, he's like, I hate this game, I'm done, I'm tired with it. And then the next day, he gets up, he's like, well, what am I going to do? Well, same thing I do every day. And you log back on. You just log back on. Like, there's nothing else to do. Like, that's why I get it. Like, I really don't know what people who don't play World of Warcraft 18 hours a day do with their lives. I don't know. Like, do they just go out and, like, talk? Like, they go to work? Well, I mean, all right, besides work, right? Yeah, of course they go to work. But, like, what do you do with your free time if you're not spending it playing video games all day? It's such a weird concept to me, because me and everybody that I know, that's all we do. We go home from school or whatever, and we just play video games all day. It's great. And I can't imagine any other life.
Finally started playing with my guildies. You see, our old guild, who shan't not be named, had merged with a couple other guilds to form Prevenge, the deadliest fucking group of lethal Azeroth assassins on the planet.
The fuck is Prevenge?
It's actually hella sick to be part of an active guild that actually has their shit together. I even went on Discord with my fellow degenerates throughout our Maraudon crusade.
What a fucking nerd.
I look fucking cool, man.
Man, you look like a virgin.
Hey, man.
The vast...
Oi, bruv. Oh my god, dude. One thing that I really think my stream is missing is, besides bots, mods, if you can, besides bots, is being able to go in voice chat without needing to worry about getting banned. I would love to be able to just sit there and voice chat and just bullshit with people all day long. And people can say whatever they want, it's fine. I love that. It's so exciting. And I wish it was more of a thing. Come my Discord then? No.
Escort does not fit within the advertiser guidelines.
I don't think I can do it.
So it has been cut from the video.
Yeah.
What you need to know is that Maraudon is a fantastic dungeon, and Prevenge is absolutely the best guild on EU Noggenfogger.
Is that
perhaps
right?
With the exception of buying GF. But that's neither here nor there. If the people I normally team up with for dungeons are irredeemable bastards who are lowly intelligent at best, then my Prevenge guildies are Azeroth guerrilla soldiers. They're fucking raid-hardened World of Warcraft primates. They got this shit on lock.
Yeah, they actually are doing pretty good.
Through the dungeon to Princess Theradris. Watch out for the deadly farts. And watch out, she throws a rock.
Yeah, it's very hard to deal with.
We kill her in hopes of getting me the Blackstone Ring,
Oh.
which is undisputedly the best ring warriors can wear until several content updates come out.
That's a big
After
one, dude.
Theradris,
I cannot
we jump
wait to
down
get
and kill
that.
Rodgrip to try and finesse the Albino Croc scale boots for Amiri, who, by
Okay.
the way, was very loyal when my guildies made advances. After
Okay,
Rodgrip, we turn our party into a raid party, so we can effectively reset the dungeon by logging out and back in. These people knew their shit. We
Oh,
ran the dungeon a
shit.
handful of times and got me the
Sulfuron.
Blackstone Ring, an absolute powerhouse of an
Wow.
item. Then I asked my experienced, wonderful, erratic, temperamental, assertive, bangin' WoW GF to show me the world. As per the ancient rituals, the bonding is not complete before she takes me on a journey. When she took me to Don Moreau, I began to suspect that this was a ripoff of the Wetlands run, but I should have known that my trust was far from misplaced. She brought me through the Valley of Kings to a menacing locked gate that leads to the Searing Gorge. To get the key, one would have to undertake a trilogy of quests, but Amiri is goddamn perfect. She's mastered lockpicking and is able to lockpick the massive gate, allowing us to ride headfirst into the Searing Gorge.
Oh, that's
a zone
great.
I had only been able to observe from the air. A
Probably
zone
better that way.
had always intrigued me. A zone that is absolutely ruthless and filled with horde players.
I was
many of which
just
have
about to say
evidently
this,
forgotten
dude.
to take their ADHD medication.
Yep.
We weren't gonna take it lying
Welcome
down,
to the
though.
game, buddy.
The second we saw Nut Buddy, we jumped him. They feared me, leaving me incapacitated, able to only watch them beat up my WoW GF whilst I cowered in fear. Extremely disrespectful. When they killed
it is.
Emiri, it invoked my primal fucking hatred. With pure skill and absolute determination, I crit Nutbuddy twice, ending his measly existence. His friend Bangdoy slows me and flees.
Dude, this is getting me pumped for PvP, man.
Clearly didn't get the memo.
Like, I'm
that
getting
at level
pumped
47,
just watching this.
I'm a
This
goddamn
is awesome.
expert at this game. I use my macro to
There you
switch
go,
into
click on it.
Berserker stance, letting me intercept his cowardice.
Ruda, man!
With a clean double
He's
truck
getting
from
away!
my fiery war axe, I stood victorious.
Wow.
So you better believe we camped their corpses. God, I'm glad I picked Night Elf. Stealth, front flips, you move really fast every time you die.
Man.
A fucking tiger for a mount. Anyone not picking
Got
this
him,
race
dude.
are clearly on the wrong side of history.
Fucking got him.
Speaking of being on the wrong side of history, this cunt shamelessly took us out even though he had nothing to do with our kerfuffle. The
That's
fact
right.
that I would go on to forgive Bangdoy and quest on in peace
Free
is
honor.
a testament to how good of a fucking person I am.
Yep.
We went on to let a guy out of a locked bathroom. I question how we ended up in that predicament in the first place, but when I get over 5,000 XP for little to no work,
It's a good
I
time.
don't ask any
It's
questions.
a really good time.
I just take the progress, turn around, and walk away. This is how you play World of Warcraft. You leave your trusted companion to die so you can loot the scroll
Of
for
course.
the quest. Get hit with a regularly occurring 20-second polymorph. Once you finally break
20
out of
second
said spell, you
CCs.
focus
Vanilla's
on
a great
what's
game.
truly important, the goddamn quest. With your priorities in order,
Emiri's
you
gonna die.
nearly complete the quest, but get interrupted once more. Then die
Wow,
to
that's a
the
big
mobs
execute.
that you could have probably killed had you worked together. Finally, you
Yeah,
undergo
probably.
the Walk of Shame. We
Yep.
went back to Ironforge to sell
I've
some
done that
shit,
many-
stock up on
56
food,
gold.
potions,
Wow.
and to level up my abilities.
All right.
Which, to be honest, I forgot was even a part of the game. Emiri vowed to be my personal alchemist. I got my boy sending me godlike weapons, and my girl
Damn,
brewing
dude.
me potions. My situation
he's getting the
is
Asmongold
godlike,
experience.
and
This
most
is
mod
awesome.
players are not this lucky. She even
Yep.
made me homemade cheese.
Yeah,
It
this
was
is good.
delicious. We teamed up with Larry on his second character, which made me feel a little bit iffy about my own progress. Not just had he leveled his gnome warrior to 60, he was also approaching my level on a paladin. Granted, it's the easiest class to play
Got
in
him.
the game. It's basically an Azeroth RuneScape simulator. If there's one class which is actually just standing and hitting, then that class would be paladin. Speaking of the patented stand and hit
Auto-attack
gameplay,
Andes, dude.
I'll concede
There
that
it
I
is.
was wrong. Vanilla WoW is not just standing and hitting.
Yeah.
You
It's
can
jumping.
also jump. That's a whole element that I left out in my previous statement.
Okay.
And I can see now
Yep.
that there's a whole dimension of gameplay that I had overlooked.
You have to jump at the
Anyways,
same
I
time
quested
as the
with
attack.
Larry and Emiri in the
That's the
Searing
secret.
Gorge. We summoned this dragon.
And then he
I
flew
gotta
away.
be honest. It's been over 100 hours of game time since I followed the plotline of this game.
Yeah.
I have no idea who this dragon is or what he does. For all I know, he
Same. The first time that I figured out that the guy was the dragon was actually in Classic WoW. Every other time that I did the quest line, I never could complete it because I didn't know that you had to click the staff in front of him in order to keep doing the quest. So I could never get to the end of the quest line. I never knew what would happen.
could be the final boss, or maybe he's our friend. All I know is I
Not
don't
quite.
ask any questions. I take the XP and walk away. I would go on to jump in the lava and die. Naturally, my
Congrats.
comrades jumped in as well to make me feel better. It goes back to the age-old saying, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you do it?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to be a top-shelf certified 5-star WoW GF, the answer is yes. No hesitation.
no.
With haste. Immediately. We
Oh,
then farmed Incendisaurs for
no.
XP, finished off a
Okay.
bunch of quests, and then traveled to Stranglethorn Vale to take a shot at the arena chest.
I'm sure that'll
Not
go well.
just is there potentially spoils of battle, but if you actually spend
Yeah.
countless hours to loot it and get the Arena Master 12 times,
That's a
you
lot.
can turn them in for the Arena Grandmaster trinket.
I should
which
maybe
is
get that.
actually half decent.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This game, man.
One of these days I'll get
The
that.
moment the chest spawns, I greed for it, only to be fumbled by a priest with his cursed spells. I have no idea what they do, but they interrupted my looting. It didn't matter though, because
dude.
being a group at the arena is so scummy. Having 2 bodyguards skanking on my behalf,
Yep.
I managed to loot the chest, aka
Yep.
the authentic Asmongold experience, and I make off like a bandit.
Oh no, man.
To celebrate our absolute victory, we decided to sail out for adventure. Sadly,
Okay.
with my brainlet, lukewarm IQ, and absolute piss-poor hand-eye coordination, I fall off the boat. When it takes off,
Yeah.
most people would be surprised to find out that I have access to forbidden knowledge. I merge with the boat and start frivolously skipping across the water.
What
You
the
fools!
fuck?
You underestimated my power all along.
What the fuck?
I'm unstoppable. Look at the technique, the grace, the dignity.
What the
all this
fuck?
time, I faked being a really bad beginner at this game when deep down at the
What
very
the
core of my
fuck
being
is this?
was actually the greatest of all time, a true legend.
How the
of
hell is he
Azeroth.
doing
I'm
this?
actually the fucking champion, is what I'm telling you. Do you
I've never
feel
seen
my
this
sheer
before.
fucking energy? The
Oh my
spring
God.
in my step, the glint in my
This is
eye,
crazy.
the fire in my belly. What do you take me for? A goddamn fucking casual? No, I'm the greatest. La forma final. And then I load into Kalimdor, losing all my momentum. Incredibly unfortunate. Along with me, my ego was buried at sea. I had dreamed of a glorious death in battle with demons,
no.
gods, or even drawing my last breath killing horde players.
Yeah?
Yet in my final moments, I'm cold, alone, and I have no one to blame but myself. Moral of the story? Fucking trash, 15-year-old game. You can't even boat skip. Literally unplayable.
The game sucks. The game sucks dick. What a bunch of trash. Alright. So, this video was actually really good. I didn't really know what to think about it or anything like that, but the video was genuinely good. People pushed me to watch these videos for a while. I'm not logged in. Asmon, where's your WoW girlfriend?